Hey YouTube, Steven here. It's been a long time since I've made a video. I look back and I think it's been about 8 months. That was my 10-year anniversary on YouTube was my last video. We were in the process of moving into a new house where we're at here. Got my little smoking spot set up out here in the back, and as you can tell, it's late summer here in Iowa and the cicadas are going crazy. So hopefully you can hear me over them. Kind of early in the day for them to usually in the, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 o'clock they really start going, but yeah, they're going good right now. So anyway, it's been a long time since I made a video, but I do have a topic. I have someone to introduce you to, and housekeeping, of course. This will play into it, but I've got a beautiful Savinelli 315 KS. Love it. Got it from my buddy Eddie Gray over at the Pipe Nook. And smoking as usual. I got some Boswell's Northwoods. Found out I'm just about out of Northwoods. Usually I'm pretty good about it reordering, but I looked and oh my gosh, I may run out. I got some on the way. I usually do 8 ounces at a time, and I might run out over this long weekend. But I've got a huge cellar full of tobacco. It is just my favorite by far. So anyway, yeah, my topic is wanted to kind of introduce you to someone. June 27th, we welcomed a new granddaughter into our family. My son Willem and his wife Maddie had their second child, and she, unlike their son 2 years ago, she came pretty much on the due date, or awfully close, and so we could plan. With Oliver, we get a call that, oh my gosh, the water's broke. We hadn't even left Des Moines. They were in Chicago then. And we took off, and then by the time we got to Chicago, he was in the NICU because he was about 2 weeks early. And they wanted to make sure he was all stabilized and things. But granddaughter, she was watching the clock, and she knew when it was time to be born, so it was a lot more relaxed. With Oliver, we couldn't even see him. When we got all the way to Chicago and saw my son and his wife, and we couldn't even see Oliver. So we ended up spending 3 or 4 days before we said, well, we'll just call it and head home. So it was a little while before we got to meet him. But granddaughter came on time. We went straight to the hospital and got to meet her. Her name is Lennon June. She's a beautiful little thing. I can't recall height and weight, length, and weight. We got it written down, but she's healthy and happy. Willem and Maddie and Oliver are super thrilled to have her. We spent, I think, 3 days there, and now they're in Michigan now, and we spent about 3 days there visiting and getting to hold her and whatnot, and watching Oliver kind of interact with his baby sister. So as you know, I am a master of editing videos and placing pictures here and music and script and all that. This is the way I do it. There she is, pretty much brand new. And then we got Big Brother. That was pretty shortly after they got to meet. So yeah, wonderful. So this pipe is the pipe I bought for her. For every time I have something substantial in my life, or something of meaning, I like to get a pipe to remember it by. And I bought Oliver's pipe through Eddie Gray at the Pipe Nook, and I thought, well, we'll come home, and of course I have to get a Savinelli. I have to get an Italian pipe because my daughter-in-law Maddie is Italian, so that works out good. But I had never had a Prince shape, and I love it. I have smoked this pipe just almost every other day or every 3 days, something like that, and I really do love it. Savinelli is probably my favorite pipe, production pipe. I've got more Savinellis than anything else. So anyway, granddaughter's good. Grandson is good. My My son and his daughter are doing great. My other son is doing fantastic over in Las Vegas. Louisa's kids are doing good. Justine just came out and showed me her grades for nursing school, and I had to get on her. She had a bunch of A's. She had a bunch of A pluses, and I said, well, there's room for improvement. But yeah, one C in, I think, statistics. Yeah, I couldn't get a C. So she's doing good. Boys are doing good. They're working, and Louisa's great. So yeah, all's good in my world. Season is coming to an end here. We're going to take a little trip tomorrow and make a big loop up to a place I don't want to mention because Louisa doesn't know what it is. But we're going to head up just into Minnesota and see a site up there, and then make a hook around and head back down into a tiny town in Iowa that has a Class 2 trout stream. So Louisa and I are both trout fishermen now, and we've got our stuff all loaded up, and we're going to make a little swing down through a little town that, I guess the stream goes right through the town. And it's just a small town, but there's some good access from what I see on trout routes and whatnot. So I think we're going to do that tomorrow. We were going to do it today, but we got lazy. Uh-oh, there we go. The perils of typing and talking, as always. So anyway, yeah, last time I saw you guys, I was, I think, in the process of move, or just had moved. And yeah, we've been in here coming on a year, yeah, close to it. And yeah, things are good. It's a good neighborhood, and smaller yard, so I can maintain it a little bit better. Yeah, little house here, and yeah, pretty comfortable. So we did do one thing that before our trip over to Michigan, our van, I had a van that had about 186,000 miles on it, and it was starting to, you know how a vehicle starts to get a little bit haggard, and just thinking, you know, I'd really hate to be on the side of the road. So I had my eye on, we bought the van thinking the kids would be going with us a lot of places, and well, they're adults and they go their own places. So I had my eye on a pickup truck. I'd wanted one for a long time, and so we traded the van. It was super simple. We went down to look at the very first one we looked at. The guy, we took it for a drive, and he goes, well, what do we do to make this happen? And we drove home in it. So it's a Chevy Colorado, and it's kind of a bronze brown color, and we're loving that. So it's been fun to travel in. It's a good traveler. So that's the only other new thing kind of in my life. But work's going good. I'm still working part-time, and we're starting to talk about spring. Probably I'll turn 65, and I'll have 30 years at the bike shop. And I think I'll have a lot more time to make videos, because I think I'm going to pull the plug and just go fully retired. Trying to figure out how that looks like, but I'm kind of ready. Got some back issues that are not getting any better, and yeah, struggling with that. So anyway, more time to fish, more time to make videos, and get outside more. Having a little coffee here in the afternoon. I was sitting in the house, and as you do as you get older, I never used to do this, but I was sitting in the chair and I had some soft music playing, and next thing you know, I was snoring. So I thought, I better get up and get going. I've wanted to make this video for a while. She was born the end of June, and you know, kept saying I was going to make a video to welcome her to the world, and hadn't got it done yet. So Lennon, my son says, hey Dad, we're naming her after a musician named Lennon. And I said, geez, bud, how old do you think I am? John Lennon, everybody knows that. He goes, no, Lennon Stella. She's kind of a folk singer, kind of reminded me a little bit of Jewel. Look her up, she's good. So Lennon June, and we already got Lenny and LJ. I'm going with Lenny so far. Lenny and Ollie. Miss them. they're far enough away, about 8 hours. They're in Grand Rapids. They're far enough away that it's a trip. My son's always getting on me because I don't like to fly. It's not necessarily the flying, it's the airport, getting through everything, getting on the plane, getting off the plane, and having to rent a car. Yeah. I like to be able to go my own speed and stop when I want. And yeah, I'm not much of a flyer. So we drive over. Need to get over there here this fall again as the bike shop starts slowing down a little more and Louisa gets some time off. We'll probably head over and see the kids here in a while. And yeah, it's all good. Life is good. Still watching videos. It's funny how, it all ebbs and flows. The people I love to watch the most, they make a video every now and again, and some of them will make 3 or 4 in a row, and then you don't see them for a while. And every time I see one of my friends on YouTube, I think, oh man, I got to make a video, or I got to make more videos. But yeah, there's a little more to it than that. Getting the time and just sitting down and doing it. I don't script anything, or I usually have a topic. I try to hit my topic, and then I just ramble. And yeah, still got some subs, and thank all you guys. I don't know, especially for somebody that doesn't make enough videos. That's why people monetize this stuff. I don't have any desire to do any of that, because then it's like a job, and you got to kind of, once a week or twice a week, you got to put it out. And I've never done any of that. I don't care about making any money or nothing. I'm not viral enough to make any money. I usually tell my wife my videos haven't gone virus yet. Anyway, not much else to talk about. Just a little catch-up video. I'm still here, still kicking. Yeah, fishing a lot, working a little, and life is good. So, you all take care, and say it every time. Hope to see you again soon, sooner than later. Take care.